Hey.
Come on in. Come on in now. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's get it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, yeah, come on, let's do it. Nothing better than kicking it with Auntie Leah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it. Come on in. Come on in. So
Truth keep
Auntie
talking.
Leah,
I see the blur, but
can
I
do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
It back.
Yo,
Slower.
welcome back to
Don't
Truth
skip
Gang.
nothing.
no
And
time
kicking it with Auntie
stamps.
No
Leah.
verified
Y'all know how
time.
we do it today. We got a
What
new
are we
member
really
in the
looking at?
building.
This is for
Thank
Kendrick
you so
Johnson.
much, Angela Nelson, for your support.
Let the
Angela
evidence
Nelson always
speak.
supporting the Truth Gang. on
Let the
every
evidence
platform.
speak.
Roll
We
the
appreciate you,
run it
baby.
back.
Slow it down, don't cut that.
No time, no date.
How we trust where it's at.
Always full, but they say class in session.
Something ain't
Come on,
right.
y'all,
We
share the
applying
live.
pressure.
Like the
Roll
lab
the
that you
footage,
come
zoom
in,
in.
wait
Who
on the
is
family
that?
to come in.
Blurred faces, missing clips.
Explain that.
Truth don't hide, it come to the light.
Justice coming, yeah, we ready to fight.
Hey, pause, right there, rewind that frame. Same hallway trigger with the story change. They stamp the time but can't verify it. If it's real evidence, why they won't certify it? 109, that's what they claim, but the flow of movement don't match that lane. Third block active, bills ain't ring, so why the hallway moving like a midday swing? Look at the body language through the drifting. Grooves too loose, no teacher restrictions. Some going in, some doubling back. Get instruction time, that's the timeline crack. Now zoom that corner, who just passed? Why that face look blurred so fast? Ain't no coincidence, that's compression to edit. Either way, something off in the way they present it.
If the truth was simple, it wouldn't feel like this. Too many
Waiting on
gaps
people
in
to
the
come in,
story
man.
laces. Every second matter, every friend got way. So why
Hey.
we missing pieces in a case is great.
Roll the footage,
Run it back, slow it down, don't cut that. No time, no date. How we trust where it's at. Hallways
And it's
full,
okay to
but
get
they
hyped.
say class
What we talk
session.
about is heavy.
Something ain't right, we applying pressure. Let's talk patterns, not emotion. Watch the flow, watch the motion. Same kids looping through the same space, but the sequence off, it's a digital trace. If it's continuous, why I feel segmented? Why the movement looks slightly prevented? Like frames missing in between transitions. That's not natural, that's system condition. Now she focused, cafeteria side. Students stood up, all eyes outside. What they see that made them react. Was it lights, was it sirens or something like that? If that's the same day, that's a major clue. Because reactions don't lie like statements do. People respond before they can think. So what caused that moment? Pause and rethink.
you can blur a face, but the truth still breathe.
You can cut a clip, but the past
Everybody share the live.
Every hit is
Everybody hit the like button.
every
Come on, fam.
silent frame.
still calling
Roll the
out
footage.
Kendrick's name.
Let's go deeper, doorways and paths. Who entered the gym, who double back fast. Original claims that nobody follow, but the footage got movement that's hard to swallow. Angles limited, camera don't stretch. Blind spots heavy, that's a major catch. So what happened then, what we don't see, that's the part they don't want to the piece. Now come timeline,
I'm
got your
going live
sight.
on
If the day
Facebook.
wrong, the whole case light. January 10th or the 11th date, they had one detail, decide the whole debate. If it's the 10, why activity spike? If it's the 11, response look like too many questions, not enough proof, so we standing on facts, demanding the truth. No confirmed
Gang.
timestamps,
No full continuous footage.
no complete
Everybody,
transparency.
y'all wanna see Truth Gang in the
So what are we
comments, please.
supposed to believe?
Do the drip, Chelsea.
Frame by frame, we dissecting clips. Truth don't shake it, stand on its 10. You can spin narrative, twist them tight, but evidence don't fall when you bring it to light. Look at the entry, look at the flow. Look at what's missing, they don't wanna show. Look at reactions, natural cues. Those are details that can confuse. We
need some
ain't
more
guessing,
focus
we
here.
analyzing.
Obviously, they're not
Every
sending out.
inconsistency
Roll the tape.
rising. Truth gang lock, eyes wide open. We don't follow stories, we follow what's broken.
Roll the footage.
Let it play, don't hide that.
not stopping.
We not stopping.
We watching
This is our
every
vow.
second.
We watching every second.
Because somewhere in that footage,
Somewhere in the
Truth already
footage lies
told
the
the
truth.
story.
justice is coming.
All right, let's do roll call up in here. Thank you so much for being here again. We have our normal, old faithful Angela Nelson. Thank you so much, baby, for becoming a member tonight. You literally support us on every platform, and I want you to know that I appreciate you because you understand that it costs. You understand that it costs to produce the things that we put out. It costs to get the footage out. Anyway, thank you so much. We say this every live. If you want to bless the channel, it's welcome. Thank you so much. This is not us begging, because every last one of us on this platform has a job, work. I work 8 to 5, and Jay, he's working as well early in the morning, so we're not beggars. Anyway, let's see what we got. Hey, Beth Johnson, thank you so much for being here, baby. Retania's in the building. Thank you so much for being in the building tonight. It's Kai's on the panel with us again as a guest. Kelsey Byer, thank you so much for being here. Tessica, Truth Gang, that's right, let's go. And Romanda. And then we have old faithful Lorette on Kick. Thank you guys so much. If I can get you guys to please share the live, because obviously they are playing with the notifications, and we don't got time for that, right? Tonight we have a full schedule. We are going to continue the reading of the deposition for Mr. Johnson, because the next deposition up is going to be for Mrs. Johnson. We want to review a couple of videos that I put out today, and any other videos that you guys want to view as well. And if we have time, we'll spend 30 minutes over on Kick after this live, and we will review some more of the photos that I hate to review, okay? But the world needs to know what they did to the baby. Shout out to everybody that's here. And like I said, when you get a chance, please share the live. Young Nine, got anything to say to the family? I can't hear you.
What happened, gang?
What up?
We in here, man.
We in here.
I'm tired. I ain't even gonna lie.
Well, we've been working all day. And then
I started this new position, and the position will require me to learn basically everything in the area, and I've never been in this area, so
okay.
I took the position because it make more money.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta learn. I'm basically learning everything from scratch.
Congratulations on your promotion. Job well done, nephew. That's what's up. Everybody tell J9 or Young 9, whatever his dang on name is. He is my nephew, our nephew. He's the channel nephew. Salute and tell him congratulations. Kai TV.
Yes, ma'am.
Got anything to say to us tonight before we get right into the show?
No, I don't have anything tonight.
You ain't got none of your shenanigans planned.
No, we don't really piss somebody off, so they supposed to be going live tonight and trying to tell us off. So
well, I need the world to know that we don't care about none of that. We don't care about none of that.
Real man, because you can't control this narrative over him.
At all. And let's just be clear about something else. We're not making fun of Kendrick Johnson on this platform. Now, come on. I mean, the gaslighting has got to stop, but we realize the pattern is not going to allow it to stop, right? It's going to keep going. But I want you guys to know that we're not making fun of Kendrick on this platform at all. Why would we make fun of the kid that we are all fighting for, right? What we're doing is trying to make light of a situation that we could be angry about, right? Some very nasty things were said. So sound bites were made and they're funny to us. So we laugh at them, right? I mean, that's about it. We're making light of a situation that could be really bad. So stop the gaslight. So who else? Who else? Do we have anybody else that came in the building? Hi, Connie. Thank you so much for being here. Gabrielle, faithful Gabby, our thug is in the building. Tessica's in the building. Tandy, thank you so much for being here. We have, is it Liliani? Thank you so much for being here. Terry Henderson, thank you so much for being here. So, okay, guys, let's just get right into it. We're going to start out with a video that I posted this morning. And it's just weird to me how some of this footage is. Like, this man, like, totally disappears. Like, he just didn't walk out that door at all. And Lowndes High School, we need answers. Come on, man. We need answers. This is just diabolical. Let me get this comment out the screen. Turn the background music down a little. And let's get right into it, guys. How's that sound? All right.
The Kendrick Johnson case.
Oh.
Now, come on, Lowndes High School. Why did this guy just disappear? Can you explain that? Truth game.
Or it could be a girl. I'm not sure, or a lady. But they came out the door. You guys see that? They came out the door. A motion detector camera is pointed right at the door. And this person just disappears. You guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
So, Kai, what do you think? Why do you think that was? I mean, you are kind of familiar with this field. Well, not kind of, but you are pretty familiar.
My thoughts on it is I just watched another clip of this same camera angle earlier where the kids were walking continuously by the vending machines that's right there in the corner. Mm-hmm. And that camera footage was it wasn't very clear, but it was clear enough to I could figure out what's going on. However, looking at this particular clip from the same camera view, it's blurry.
It's blurry. And it is, because there's the vending machines lined up on the right. It's all blurry and it just cuts off. The other clip that he's speaking of, you see the students were able to come all the way out. Mm-hmm. And you can see them and the teachers as well. Why did this? Guys, drop your questions and your comments in the comments. Let's talk about this because they want us to believe that this footage is not altered, right? That's what they want us to believe. That's what they want the world to believe. Although we have proof that the Johnsons had 2 specialists review the footage, and both of the specialists did deem the footage altered by humans. And we posted that paperwork some time ago. So with that being said, why is this person just disappearing? Let's watch that again in slow motion. Looks like somebody with shorts or with a skirt on.
Ooh.
And they didn't just open the door and shut it. To me, it looks like they walked out. But we don't know. It just cuts off, right? Could it be possible that they opened the door and shut it? But why would a camera shut off that fast? Hey, Eda May. Tronda, thank you so much for being here. Cass, thank you so much for being here. Manny, thank you so much for being here, baby girl. Y'all pray for Manny. She be having a hard time. Did it stop? Okay, it's happening again. It's starting up again.
Money.
Hey, Darlene Robinson, thank you so much for being here. Darlene wants to know what you got in your cup.
I got sweet tea in there.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, guys, right, Darlene. But what do you guys think is going on with? I mean, I guess he could have, or she could have opened the door and shut it. It was. I thought that they came all the way out. Let me speed the video back up to normal speed. Because when I look at it that way, it doesn't really tell. I mean, you know what I mean?
Evil Eyes. Evil Eyes said, anyone figured out why I can't see the chat? Majority of the people that's talking on the chat are on the Facebook side, and so when Auntie's showing the video, the comment overlay isn't on the screen. And then she'll usually pop it back up later, but that's why you're probably not seeing anybody in the chat.
I'm not sure. She's on.
Because she's on YouTube.
She's on YouTube. It's not a lot of people on YouTube. Evil Eyes.
Yeah.
That's the problem. A lot of people are on Facebook and not YouTube. All right, so let's just watch this one more time. Normal speed. To me, it looks like they came out the door, right?
Ooh.
Watch it very carefully.
I don't know. That's hard.
It looked like they were.
Hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Let me see.
Evil Eyes podcast. Can I have a link? What you trying to get a link to? You trying to come up?
You want to come up, Evil Eyes? You want to link to what is it? What do you want to link to, Evil Eyes?
Evil Eyes to the Facebook.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me. God, now I have to. Gosh, y'all giving me too much to do, throwing me off. There you guys. There you go. All right. So I want to play that one more time, and let me take that down. One more time, and I wanted to speed it down just a little bit because I'm looking at it very close. And to me, it looks like that person did come all the way out the building. However, Auntie cannot confirm or deny as a fact. All right, one more time. Let me guys know what you see. Did I hit play?
Yeah, it's playing. I would be curious to know exactly where, like what building that is that person is in. Even though it's in the breezeway from the camera, but what building that is.
Okay. I know that's the breezeway. That's all I know. So you still can't tell?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right.
I've been trying to figure out all day.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, let's go to the next video and let's see if we can figure out what is going on in this next video. All right. So it was one more that I wanted to look at, and it was really this one. It was a few of them, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time on reviewing the footage because you guys have probably been reviewing it all day. At least I hope you guys have, and trying to make some sense out of it. So let's just take a look at this one. On this one, we don't have a timestamp.
On this video, we will see a Lowndes County Sheriff Department deputy walk through the hallway with maybe a teacher or a custodian. I sure would like to know what day this was. Guys, let me know what you think. If you can identify him, please let me know in the comments. Truth Gang.
So this guy right here, and the guy to the right. Does anybody in the comments, can they identify who the deputy is from the Lowndes County Sheriff Department or the guy on the right? Do we have any Lowndes High School alumni? Because I can't tell, and I don't know if this, I guess we could buy clothing, maybe, if we can find the guy over to the right in other footage that is on the day of Kendrick's body discovery. If he has the same clothes on, then we can confirm, I suppose, that that this footage is from January the 11th. Does that make sense? Let's watch it one more time. I think it's really important that we know, because we have this theory that the actual Lowndes County emergency crew was called on January the 10th as well as January the 11th. So does anybody have any other footage that
Hey, Truth Gang. On this
you
video,
guys
we will
wanted to
see
look
a
at?
Lowndes County Sheriff Department. Hey, Truth Gang. On this video, we will see a Lowndes County Sheriff Department deputy walk through the hallway with maybe a teacher or a custodian. I sure would like to know what day this was. Guys, let me know what you think. If you can identify him, please let me know in the comments. Truth Gang.
It doesn't seem like there's no sense of urgency from neither one of these guys. So I'm very interested in knowing what day this actually was. All right, guys, what do you guys think? And while we're
I wanted to talk about Israelite Prince's comment.
all right, let's go up to Israelite Prince. Okay.
He says, I wonder why KJ parents didn't just transfer him to a new school after he kept telling his parents about the bullying and harassment. That's a good question. Now, Valdosta, from my understanding, the city of Valdosta, from my understanding, has two high schools, Lowndes High School and Valdosta High School. Lowndes High School sits right there, literally right beside Interstate 75 in Valdosta.
Okay.
But Valdosta High School, it sits off, like, kind of almost out of the city limits of Valdosta. So it probably depending on how Valdosta is set up. I know where I'm from originally, we had two high schools. We had a white school and then we had a black school, but the black school eventually closed down. But it was the students and the parents' decision on where their child went to school at out of those two schools. But in bigger cities, it's more so based on zoning. So he probably could live on one side of town and they're only probably allowed to go to that certain school. I'm not exactly sure that's how it's going on about Austin, but that possibly could have been the case.
Okay. What do you think, nephew? I mean, that's a fair question. I say that to say this, because I have two boys. I have a 17-year-old and I have a 13-year-old that's living, right? And my children were being bullied at the township school. We call them township, and then we have public schools. Like Lowndes is probably like more of a township school, because township schools are more like county schools, other than the inner city public schools, right? But they kept getting in trouble. They kept getting fights and being bullied. I snatched them right out, and I transferred them to first it wasn't a private school. They go to a private school now, but prior to a private school, they went to a different type of. It was a private school, but it was the free kind. I can't remember the name of these schools, but they're all over the world. They're charter schools, and it all stopped. Everything changed. The whole attitude, their grades. They went from getting suspended and in trouble all the time and anger issues to nice young kids and with good grades and paying attention. I had to change their whole environment, and I did it because they were children. So, nephew, what are your thoughts on that?
Me personally, it's several different things that I probably would have did in that scenario.
Okay.
As for, I don't actually expect people to like to take their kids out of a school altogether, but I would have been out there a few times. Like,
okay,
they would have felt me, and
all right,
parents would have felt me, and I would have made them have to have a conversation with their kids. Like I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna teach my kids when they grow up. Shoot, you don't really want to know what I'm gonna teach them, but I
Well,
don't know.
I can test that you are a good father, contrary to what people have put out there, what narratives have put out about there. I've actually read, messages from all the children of your mothers, of your children, and they all gave you praise about your father. What about you? Are you Kai already? He already answered. So, and this is not to judge, you know what I'm saying, why the Johnsons didn't decide to do that, right?
Mhm.
I remember reading that Mr. Johnson did express in his deposition that Mrs. Johnson did go to the school several times. But after going to the school the first or second time, I was done with that school because the school was not interested in protecting my kids. So me as a mother, I had to protect my kids point blank. That's who they are. They were children. They were my responsibility. So I did what I had to do to make sure that my children were in a safe environment to where they could thrive.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like with my dad, my dad, like he's a veteran, so um, growing up and like before I even had trouble with dealing with weapons,
Hmm.
he taught us how to defend ourselves,
Right.
like and all of us, like, we don't start no trouble, you know what I'm saying, but if trouble comes to us, we knew how to handle ourselves.
And I'm
And,
pretty
and, and the thing I don't understand about the whole situation is from what we are told or what we have heard
Mhm.
is that KJ was a known hitter.
Right.
And I've just never seen a well-known hitter.
Hold on. For our older audience and for our,
Okay,
our base is not just African American, so some of us don't understand what hitters are. So I understand what it is. So break down or give an alternative word for
for
that.
hitter,
Hmm.
the word hitter, like, you knew how to fight real good.
Right.
You have a known reputation of throwing them hands, fighting,
Right. Okay.
and
Thank you.
from what I've heard, rumors that KJ was a well-known fighter. He wasn't
Right.
scared of nothing.
Right.
He actually knew how to fight, and it kind of confuses me to know that he was being bullied that long. Like I just it makes me think, like, how I've never seen a well-known fighter.
I gotta say something though.
You can say it after
Go ahead then. I
I've
don't
never,
mean to cut you off.
I I grew up around people that was well-known fighters, like, and they wasn't nothing to play with. Nobody was just coming up there bullying them like that. Like, I ain't racist, but especially you know what I'm saying. But
Right.
like, these jokers got reputation, and there was no bullying them. Like,
Right.
I don't know, but
Well,
I don't know.
go ahead.
But I also feel like KJ probably wasn't the person that was trying to get in trouble too at the end of the day. So I mean, I can agree with that if that was the case. But they would have had to see me after school or something.
I feel you. I feel little thug nephews in the building. But listen though, but that is what we read from the deposition, right? We read from the deposition that Kendrick Johnson, or aka KJ, was being bullied, right? That is what Mr. Johnson stated under oath. However, if you listen to the Kendrick Justice for Kendrick Johnson Student Edition, every time a question is asked to every guest that they have on that podcast, and that question is, did you know that if KJ had any issues with anybody, at Lowndes High, right? Am I right?
I remember.
Every episode, what is the answer from his friends?
No, everybody loves KJ. Like when he come around the crowd, everybody love him. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't talk to you too much. If he didn't know you, he was quiet. But you know what I'm saying? He was full of fun. Everybody loved him. You know.
So another contradiction, right? We have what Mr. Johnson was told, right, and told, under oath that KJ was being bullied. But you have his friends there that are with KJ every day that said, no, he wasn't being bullied. Basically, wasn't nobody gonna mess with him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So whose report? And I'm not calling neither side a liar. I am pointing out a discrepancy. We have Dad, who was an over-the-road truck driver who probably wasn't there every day to interact with Kendrick Johnson, because my husband used to be an over-the-road driver, and they're gone for weeks at a time, right? And then you have his friends that are with Kendrick on a daily basis, during school, after school. They're saying that he's not.
But Mr. Johnson said that Kendrick was telling him this.
I understand what Mr. Johnson said on the oath, that Kendrick was telling him this. But his friends said what? The ones that are with him every day said, I'm just pointing out a discrepancy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying who's right and who's wrong, because I wasn't there, right? What do you think about that, Kai?
I don't know.
The thing I do know about us is that certain things happen, we're gonna say what needs to be said to defend our child in any means.
Some of us will.
For example, I had a cousin, and this joker was terrible. Like stealing from everybody, even our grandma, like stealing, like all types of crazy stuff, all in the streets, drugs, and he was like real young. He ended up getting killed. But his mom, I loved him so much that you couldn't tell her nothing about him at all. Like he was a saint to her.
Right.
Like she knew, but you would never hear her admit nothing negative about her son. And I respect it, but
to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, because like kids like that, when the parent spoils them and turn the left cheek to them, they continue doing that.
Right.
They continue. It started being a pattern. And that situation, it actually ended up costing him his life.
Wow.
Like I still have text messages. Like all my younger cousins, they always used to look up to me, and so I used to always like a lot of people like, oh yeah, I want to say this and say this, but y'all didn't try to keep them out the streets. One thing about it, I don't delete anything, so I used to post all the time how I used to stay trying to get on to him. I'm like, man, you just got out of jail, man. Get your life together. Do this. Get a few dollars, man. Get yourself straight. Stay away from him. Never listen. You want to stay around the same people I was trying to teach you.
Right.
And some of the same ones I tried to stray him away from, being beside, and the person that killed him was trying to kill the same person that I was telling him to stay away from.
Right. Now, Shavon says something very interesting, and I wanted her to clarify who was not his friends, because we were talking about the kids that were on, well, they're adults now, on the Justice for Kendrick Johnson podcast. His friends that come on and they interview and they tell their memories of Kendrick Johnson. Are you saying that they are not his friends?
I agree with May comment.
Where May at? Let me see.
I agree with Shavon comment.
Right, but one comment at a time. I'm trying to find.
May towards the end.
All right.
I was just seeing May. I was scrolling up.
May said, Those friends are the same ones that are still silent today.
Yeah, that's why I say I agree with Shavon.
Come on now.
And
You know?
Come on now. Shavon said that was a lie. And I agree with, yes, thank you so much. Okay, I get it now. So let's get to some more comments before we start going back to the deposition. Yes, nephew is tired. We can tell he is tired. Darlene says, T, okay, that will be determined by how many refills. She always on your head, nephew. Darlene, come on, man.
Darlene be on me every show.
Every live. So is it S-Val or S-V-A-L Beats? From the Twitter accounts, it say a bunch of people have problems with CVC in school. Now, CVC, remember, is Clyadeville. The little clique called Clyadeville. And that is the one that, you know, Kendrick Johnson, he lived in that neighborhood. And we discussed, you know, basically cliques are another word for G-A-N-G. It is what it is. Let's just be realistic about the situation. So he's saying from the Twitter accounts, it say a bunch of people have a problem with CVC in school, and CVC is Clyadeville, which is the neighborhood that Kendrick Johnson actually grew up in. Thank you so much. Brittania says Lowndes is a predominantly white school. Okay. Tessica says yes, facts. Connie believes that the man in the video walking with the deputy is Mr. Battle. Now, I also want to go back real quick to some observations from Angela and another young lady. Kelsey says that, you know, the video that we just watched, that it doesn't look like he walked out. Okay, I'm glad you guys are letting us know that. Angela also says, I think he looked out but didn't go out. Perfect. Thank you so much. So that could explain the reason that the camera shut off. Perfect. Thank you so much. Kelsey said you sent over a photo from the lunchroom. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Terrence says that may be the resource officer. You think so? Because it's students from Lowndes that comment on our content that say that they didn't have any like security officers or anything like that. Let me see. Anything else? I would have did the same. Go ahead.
Now, I'm about to say, if they said that, they lying, because most schools have at least one school resource officer.
But are they lying? Considering what happened to KJ?
Could be. I mean, look, we can't confirm or deny because we weren't there.
Yep. Because how can that happen in a school? No, man, I swear, this whole situation is diabolical. All right. Shavon says she would have homeschooled. I'd agree, something like that. Darlene said, I told mine not to start nothing but to finish it. You know, that's how our generation grew up. That's what my mom taught me, and I'm in my 50s. But in these days and generations, you know, in times of pow-pows and very violent things happen in school, I rather just withdrew my kids and put them in what I deemed a safer environment so that they didn't have to finish anything. It's just different these days. Retania says he probably was going to get back into sports. Remember, that's what Mr. Johnson said. He really wanted to. Tessica says she doesn't believe that. Tessica, can you drop in the comments what you mean? What do you mean when you say you don't believe? Because we've talked about several different things and jumped around, so I don't want to get your comment wrong. Tessica said that's a lie too. Okay, we waiting on your clarification. We agree with you. Olivia, thank you so much for being here. Olivia says, probably because he knew what he was capable of doing, so he avoided confrontation. That is, I get that from Kendrick. I really do. I feel like that he wasn't a kid that really wanted confrontation. And I feel as though he was able to really control himself, because remember in the lunchroom when Brian Bell pushed him, he didn't even really flinch. He didn't even look back. Right? He just glanced and, and avoided. So I can get with that. All right. Thank you so much for being here, Renee. Uh, Renee Mo. All right, guys. So it is time for the next, segment on the live, and that is the reading of the deposition. Young Nine Nephew, are you still here?
Yeah.
Mm. Let's get right into it then. Y'all ready? Let's get right
Ready?
into it. All right. So, of course, let me turn the music down just a little bit so they can hear you guys clearly. And are you able to see this, or do I need to blow it
I
up?
can see it.
What about you, nephew?
I can see it.
All right, so I'm going to back it up a little bit. Let's start at 17.
Don't you think when you file a lawsuit, sir, that you need to substantiate your allegations? Don't you believe that you should file a lawsuit based upon facts you believe to be true?
I don't want to approach no one's kids. I leave that up to the Justice Department.
Okay, so just to give you a little backstory, yesterday we read this. He's being questioned on why his private investigators and attorney did not question the wrestling team members about their statements. So basically, Mr. Johnson is explaining that he just didn't want to approach anyone's kids, and he's going to leave it up to the Department of Justice. All right, guys, take it from here.
All right. Your allegations in this case that Brandon Bell was responsible for the death of your son, in part, are based upon the fact that he was on the Lowndes High campus when your son died, correct?
No.
No?
I believe they have Brian and Brandon had a lot to do with my son's death.
What did they have to do with it?
I believe that they had a lot to do with my son's death.
Well, tell me.
The evidence that I have at this time, I do not have any at this time.
Are you waiting for the Justice Department to come up with that evidence?
I can't recall. Whatever the Justice Department come up, I can't say what they going to come up with because I don't know, but we'll see.
You still waiting for all that evidence?
I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on that evidence as well as you're waiting on the evidence.
But you don't have any such evidence at this time.
Not this time, I don't.
That Brandon or Bell Brian, he messed that up, were involved in your son's death, correct?
I mean, can anybody answer this question real quick? If they filed a lawsuit and they're giving these answers, how do anybody think that anybody could win a lawsuit with the answers that he's giving this person? Like how?
Hell no.
No, but again, I blame it on the attorney that filed the lawsuit. I blame it on the attorney that basically told them to answer in that manner. First of all, if there was no evidence, the attorney should not have
filed the lawsuit, period.
Filed the lawsuit, period. 2, if there was no evidence, of course, no lawsuit. 2, why are you telling them to say I don't recall over and over again to every question? I actually am a firm believer that the attorney that represented the Johnsons during this time was paid opposition. What that means is he was paid by the ops to infiltrate their camp, earn their trust, represent them, only to never win anything, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
So I definitely understand, Jay. Jay, can you turn down your speakers? I hear an echo for some reason. Maybe it's me. I don't know. It could be just me though. All right.
We gotta get Jay a headset or some earbuds.
Something. Okay.
I don't hear nothing though.
Because it's coming from you. You don't hear it, but
it's bad.
It's not as bad as it was yesterday. I just hear it a little bit. It's fine. Let's keep going. I think we left off at 3, where you said I don't have any at this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Have you presented the Justice Department with your lawsuit to review at any job?
Hold on, where we at?
7.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Okay. By the way, the allegation in paragraph 45 about the alleged violent assault that led to your son's death, when did that happen?
I can't recall it this time.
Okay. All right. Let's just try to get some parameters here. Are you saying that it happened during the school day of January 10, 2013?
Whenever it happened, whenever my son went missing, that's when I believe it happened.
Okay. Well, when did your son go missing?
Sometime after 3rd block on the 10th.
Okay. Is your belief that this assault on your son took place prior to 5 p.m. that day?
No,
You think it took place later?
much earlier.
Much earlier? Okay. And are you aware that none of the video from the school surveillance system shows Brian Bell, Brandon Bell, Ryan Hall ever entering the old gym on that day?
Well, you got a lot of block. You got a lot of footage that's not even there. So you can't say that because you've got a lot of footage that's not there.
The footage that you have seen, is there any... Hold up, my eyes went crazy. Hold on. Of the footage that you have seen, is there any evidence that either one of the 3 of those young men entered the gym that day?
There's footage that's not there. Some around that time is not there. So you can't say that because you got a lot of footage that's not there.
Who told you that?
You can see a footage. I watched it. I watched some of it myself in a time that I was much interested in is the time that my son went missing. And I wanted to see from the time he went missing what happened to him and where he disappeared. I wanted to see that.
I don't see any gap in that video, sir. So what gaps do you see? When are the gaps?
Well, I leave that up to the Justice Department.
Let me just say this real quick. Our platform doesn't believe it happened in the old gym to begin with. It just I just don't believe it happened in the old gym. So the mere fact that this attorney is focusing on, well, none of the footage shows that Brandon Bell, or Ryan Hall entered the old gym is irrelevant. What's relevant is that Kendrick Johnson was going to the weight room and Ryan Hall and Brian Bell was coming from that same area. So their paths had to cross, even though they want the world to believe that their paths didn't cross. Their paths had to cross because the same class Kendrick was going through to, which was weight class, was the same class Ryan Hall and Brian Bell were leaving. All right.
Do you have any information from them or any other source about any gaps?
Not this time.
Being on that tape, has anyone ever told you that there are gaps in that tape?
Not that I can recall at this time.
All right. Okay. Now, paragraph 46 of your complaint. Oh, well, first of all, before we do that, I want us to get through one other thing. In another amendment to the complaint that was filed on July 6, 2015, it stated that KJ was either deliberately or violently assaulted, or alternatively, that he was killed as a result of negligent and reckless conduct.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that his death occurred as a result of negligent and reckless conduct?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you don't think that it was intentional?
What? His death?
Yes.
I don't know. Was it intentional? I wasn't there. I don't know. Whatever took place in that gym, I wasn't there. So I don't know whether it's reckless. I don't know whether it was intentional. That I can't tell you at this time.
So you're not sure?
Right.
Okay. And of the information that's supplied to you by the experts that your attorneys have hired, Are you aware of whether there's an opinion as to whether he died as a result of violent conduct of intentional conduct or negligent conduct?
Say that again.
From the information that has been given to you through your experts that have been hired in this case, including Dr. William Anderson, do you have an opinion as to whether or not your son likely died as a result of negligent conduct, reckless conduct, or criminal conduct?
Not at this time. I don't at this time.
Okay. Paragraph 46 of the amended complaint states, upon information and belief following the aforesaid assault upon plaintiff's defendants Brandon Bell, Brian Bell, Ryan Hall, Jane Doe 1 not only failed to render aid to plaintiff's descendant or notify school authorities of his condition, but instead sought to hide the body of plaintiff's descendant. Did you provide the information to your attorney upon which that allegation was based?
Yes.
Do you believe that that's exactly what happened?
Yes.
Okay, well, tell me who Jane Doe 1 was.
I can't recall.
Do you have any information from any source, your personal knowledge, or anything somebody told you as to who Jane Doe 1 allegedly was?
I can't recall.
And in point of fact, there's the allegation in your lawsuit say that the assault upon your son might not only have involved Brandon Bell, and Ryan Hall, but perhaps other persons as well. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Can you tell me anything about those other people were?
I can't recall at this time.
Do you have any information from any source to tell me who those people were?
I can't recall at this time.
How many people were there?
I can't recall.
Do you have any idea?
I can't recall.
Okay. Now, so the allegation is that these young people that are named in paragraph 46 sought to hide your son's body. Where did they hide it? Oh, he said it. He didn't even say him. He said, where did they hide it?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy work, though.
Yeah.
I can't recall at this time.
You have any idea?
It had to be in that gym somewhere.
Had to be in that old gym, right?
Yeah, it had to be.
Was it in that gym at?
I can't recall.
Do you have any idea where?
All I know, it had to be in that gym somewhere.
Okay. Ooh, this is long. Ooh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah.
All right.
I'm glad you cute.
Okay.
I can read it.
I got it. Paragraph 47 of the complaint states, amended complaint states, upon information and belief following the aforesaid assault upon plaintiff's descendant, defendants Brandon Bell, Brian Bell, Ryan Hall, Jane Doe 1, and John Doe 1, notified defendant Lowndes County Superintendent William West Taylor, defendant Rick Bell, a Federal Bureau of Investigation special agent and father of Brandon and Brian Bell, and Lowndes County Sheriff Chris Prine of the circumstances surrounding the assault of plaintiff's descendant, as well as, if not more importantly, the involvement of defendants. Let's see. Wait a minute. I think I lost my place. Let me start back over on that if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
This is paragraph 47. Paragraph 47 of the amended complaint state, upon information and belief following the aforesaid assault upon plaintiff's descendant, defendants Brandon Bell, Brian Bell, Ryan Hall, Jane Doe 1, and John Doe 1, notified defendant Lowndes County School Superintendent William West Taylor, defendant Rick Bell, a Federal Bureau of Investigation special agent and father of Brandon and Brian Bell, and Lowndes County Sheriff.
Chris Prine.
Gotta scroll.
No, it's right here, number 12.
I'm on number 25, auntie.
Oh, my bad.
Because he actually said, let me start over and said everything over again.
I thought you was asking.
Oh, man, I thought you had no miss.
Exactly. That's why I said, go ahead.
That's
Okay,
what
go
he
ahead.
said while he was in the courtroom.
Okay.
Lowndes County Sheriff Chris Prine of the circumstances surrounding the assault of plaintiff's descendant as well as the location of his body, right?
Right.
Did you provide the information to your attorneys upon which that allegation
Yes.
is based? And tell me, when was that notice given?
I don't recall this time.
I cannot, man.
I'm talking about this is crazy work.
You think that it was, well, at any rate, how was the notice given? Was it given by telephone, in person?
Probably. I can't recall it this time.
Okay, let's just stop real quick. Guys, what do you think about the answer? I cannot recall at this time. Drop your comments and let me know what you think about this.
All right, give us some time.
Me personally, I feel like he knows the answer to the question, but his attorney instructed him not to answer it.
Why would you think
particular questions?
I'm sorry.
Well,
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. In the circumstances of the situation, I'm sorry. I'm about to go against. I would have had to go against I probably would have fired him.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like that's too common sense to me. If I'm going for a lawsuit, I'm saying that these people did this, and they asking me, how do I know these people did this? And I say I don't recall. Bro, how are you gonna win that? Like the lawsuit that they countered them with, that was an easy win, because y'all saying that we did this with no proof, no evidence. Y'all just saying y'all don't recall.
Right.
You ain't gonna win nothing.
True.
That's common sense. Now, ain't no lawyer can sit here and tell me to say that.
Right. And not only are you not going to win, you're going to get countersued and you're going to lose.
Exactly. And that's exactly what happened.
And that's exactly what happened. Now, I blame Cheyenne King, which is their attorney, who, if they were not prepared to file this lawsuit, and I've heard that the reason why the lawsuit was filed because they thought they were just going to get an easy settlement, blah, blah, blah. Probably what Ben Crump was preaching to them and attorney Cheyenne King were preaching to them. But sometimes that just, as we can see, it does not work. Now, I'm with you on this, Jay. And again, I'm not blaming the Johnsons for this. I want 1,000% blame the legal team for allowing this. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Because when you hire an attorney, I'm sorry, but you do put your full trust in that attorney. Why? Because that attorney is supposed to be an expert in the law. And I'm not an expert in the law, and neither are you, Jay. Even though you might be different and you might, okay, I'm trying to finish that you might have a different mindset. But the majority of people that hire attorneys will do what their attorneys say do, because they put their trust. Let's take a vote. Let's take a poll. Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to follow your attorney lead, the one that you hired. Put a 2 in the chat if you absolutely would not follow all their lead. Because if you don't follow all their leads, that means one important thing, that you do not trust your attorney. Let's take a poll real quick.
Let's take a vote real quick so I can speak my mind afterwards.
You can speak your mind while we're taking the poll. 1 in the chat that if you hire an attorney, you're going to follow their lead. 2 in the chat if you're going to go against what your attorney advises you to do.
Okay, you want me to explain?
Kai says 1. Eda May says 2. Strangers Podcast says 1. Ramonda says 1. Campbell says 2. Angela says 1. Lorette says 1. Connie says 2. Lorette let me see anybody else. Come on, everybody. We need everybody's vote here. Gabriella
said 1.5.
Right. 2, especially if they say some BS. Okay. May says 2. Anybody else want to take a vote? Because it look like we kind of split. If you are, I'm just going to, okay, put it like this. Put it like this. And I'm not trying to be funny. If you are not up to par with law, if you're not up to par to how legal cases work, if you're not that intelligent when it comes to stuff like that.
Ooh, that's the key word right there.
Now, I mean, I'm not trying to throw jabs. You're going to put all of your trust in your attorney, and that's what I see. And I still, no. Let me finish. I still see that today with the Johnsons. They put all of their trust in certain people. And that's just how I look at it. I mean, they've had the file for how many years? How many years?
13.
And it don't look, I mean, I just read that Mr. Johnson said I looked at some of the footage, but not all the footage, but some of the footage. Now, just by us, hearing him say that, do you think that he looked at all of the file?
Nope.
Okay.
You talking about the attorney or Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. He
Okay.
said that. He said,
Right.
No.
So you have to think about the mindset. Yes, you do. Stop shaking your head because you're not letting me finish. So if their mindset is not to study all of the information themselves, what does that tell you?
Whose fault is that?
I'm not faulting anybody. I'm just asking one question. If the mindset is not to study all of the files themselves, what does that tell you? That they're putting their trust where?
In the attorney.
That's all I'm saying. Go ahead. I'm with you. It's your show. It's your time now.
Me personally.
You personally is key word. Go ahead.
Yeah. I can't say what everybody else is going to do because everybody got different mindsets.
Everybody's different.
Yeah,
We're not going to always, right. And we're grown enough to disagree, right? To agree to disagree. So
Yeah.
it ain't even like that in this group, right?
When it comes to that situation, I feel like you have to educate yourself to a certain extent. When you get to a certain age, there's just certain things that I feel like as an adult that we should know. Like right now, I just feel like certain things be common sense. Like I've had lawyers before. I've had lawyers where I paid money, and because it didn't sound right from my dollars. Like even when I hire a lawyer, I still study stuff myself. You know what I'm saying? Because certain situations it requires that you can't just put your trust in stuff like that, especially when it comes to something like that. I would have been so deeply involved in it more than anybody else to where I would be watching everything, not just at the time that it happened. I'd have just been educating myself at the same time, and I feel like that's one major downfall. Major downfall.
It is
to our people.
It is. Now, and I don't want to interrupt you, but just what you said right there was very important. It was very key. And again, for everybody that's going to lead this platform and spread a lie and say that we are over here down talking the Johnsons, that's not what we're doing. If you say it, I'm going to debunk it. But what I will say is, what have we witnessed in 13 years? That is not what they've been doing, right? They've been taking, even to this day, you'll see them take a photo of a certain creator, throw anything out there, and the photo's blurry, and somebody will repost it of the family. Oh, they're dragging Kendrick, and I'm looking at the photo like, what?
What are y'all looking at?
That is them taking the word of somebody that they trust.
And what I was about to say,
doing the work themselves, right? Am I right about it, y'all?
You're right.
This is not me trying to be disrespectful, because I've told you guys over and over again, in spite of what they, certain people in the family say about me, that I love these people, and that's why I keep going. Cause my fight is our fight is truth against misinformation, but they run with the misinformation. Am I right?
What?
And they beat down the truth because there's trust in a certain person,
Right.
and there's mistrust in others. Right? What did she say? I've never trusted. You don't know me. You never given me a chance to trust me. How do you? I've never given you, and especially Jay, never given you a reason not to trust me. Right? I only would not follow a certain narrative. I only would not put out stupid stuff that didn't make sense to our critical thinking minds. So when you're thinking and you're talking about our people, there are some of our people have that mindset where they put their trust 100% in their circle. And that brings us back to what? Paid opposition. Right?
That shit only lasts so long, though.
For some people, that's how you think, right? I think how I think, right? Kai thinks how he think. Kelsey has a different mindset. We all.
Yeah, I ain't saying nobody. I ain't pointing no fingers either. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm surrounded in a circle, if I got my circle, and the same thing keep happening over and over and over again, just negative, I'm about to change that circle. I just got to change that circle. I'm not going to keep depending on people that keep misleading you the wrong way. If I'm going to take my chances with that, and I'm seeing them failing, it will not hurt me to take a chance to somebody that I see over here that this doesn't benefit nothing at all. It can't hurt me.
I agree, but in that instance. And in that situation, when you are up against a stubborn spirit, all you can do is pray like, Lord, please, let them see, let them see. That's all we can do at this point, right? Because let's be honest, and this is me who has taken a lot of beat down from a couple of the family members, still offering olive branches and explanations that all you can do is pray, Lord, let them see, let them see, let them see. Keep going, keep going. Don't even worry about what they say or do. It's about Kendrick. And that's what we did. Right, Jay? That's what we did. And that's what it's going to take to solve this case when the mistrust or distrust in certain individuals, because they have been wronged by many individuals, has grown bigger and bigger and bigger. And bigger. That's going to take us as a community, as a platform, as a people, that's going to have to basically love them through it. And that's just how I look at things. What about you, Kai? Nephew's stubborn in his ways. I'm stubborn in my ways, but we love each other. Let's go. Come on, Kai.
Yeah. I agree with, and like we said, this is no shade or no slight to the Johnsons in any kind of way. But
somebody will go lie.
Right. But I agree with his statement when he said that was probably too much paperwork for them to read. Yes. And they probably wouldn't be able to comprehend it because, of the time period they left school. And I also believe too, the high name people that were initially involved on the case, they probably looking at it like, okay, these folk know what they doing. They know what they talking about. I'ma just let them have it and let them do what they do.
Right.
And that's where they probably went wrong at.
Yeah. And it's still happening today. So Sylvia says, who wants to read the question? You want to read the questions, nephew, before we get back to reading?
Sylvia says it got to make sense to me.
Yep. Jessica says, come on.
He going to follow my money?
I actually don't think that. I think that he was pro bono.
I believe that
he was working pro bono.
And that's the last thing you want to
do. In a case, right. In a case like this,
you don't want to do that.
In a case that's so complex like Kendrick. Now, Eva Podcast, we know that you are a nice op and we respect ops on our panel. So, but I'm gonna say this: we don't believe that Kendrick Johnson willingly went into the mat. We don't know who unalived him. We're still looking for the avenues in the evidence, but we don't go into the mat. In a
Campbell,
case like this, you gotta pay for an attorney because those are the ones that's gonna really work for you. All right, let's go.
my opinion is it was a lot of money being raised, especially around the time it happened, and I just don't understand like why were pro bono lawyers used. Period.
Right.
I don't even understand that.
So that's a true statement. I don't either. But again, I can't really speak on it because my mindset is a little different. Yours is different. Just like we said, we all agreed that we would have took our kids out. Our mindsets are different, right? So, what do you think, Kai?
Maybe what I'm stupid for.
All of us are. I mean, I think Auntie got the most sense. I ain't even gonna hold you. Auntie got the most sense out of the whole thing.
For me,
I'm
I'll
just
say this.
playing. I'm just
For,
playing. Go ahead.
for me, and like, of course, this is my very first time actually reading this deposition. I wasn't in court when everything happened, so, and like I said, it's for me. I could pick up on when somebody trying to try me. And that lawyer was definitely trying him throughout that whole process. So whatever my attorney had done told me at that point, that would have went out the window.
But their attorney was not objecting to nothing. Basically, he was just letting it roll. That's what makes me think that he was paid opposition.
I agree. I agree.
He was just letting it all the questions roll. No objection. None of that was going on. What that got to do with blah 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 blah? It's what I know should have going on.
Right.
So, all right. So, great conversation. Great input. And like I said, nobody's answer was wrong. Salute to J9. Salute to KTV. Salute to the chat. Nobody answer was wrong. Let's get right back.
One more thing, Auntie.
Go ahead.
I want everybody that's in the chat, even the ones in the bushes, I want my statement to be taken as this.
Come on, J9. Let me put you up here by yourself. Hold on. How do I do that? Oh, let me see.
Okay, my statement. Listen very clearly. My statement wasn't shots taken at nobody. My statement. Take my statements and apply it. And when I mean by apply it, educate yourself. The laws is probably one of the biggest things that our community lack knowledge of. We be violated so many times of skin tone, all types of things, and they get away with it because we don't even know the law. Like I say, take my statements as an educational motivation. That's all I gotta say.
You like, I've never been in the court system, so I don't really know how it works. I will admit that. I know what I would do. You know what I'm saying? I would do what J9 just said. I would do my research. And a lot of you guys agree with that. I would do my research. And I'm not going to 100% depend on no man or woman on this earth. My faith is in God. My trust is in God, which is totally different. So I definitely do understand what you're saying, but we read about the education of the individuals and all that. So I'm trying to, like, without people lie and say that we are taking shots. I'm trying to go around, saying stuff about that. But that right there plays a major part.
It plays a major part in all of this. A lot of things could have went totally different a long time ago.
Absolutely. So guys, let's an evil podcast. We're gonna play your podcast. I wasn't planning on playing it today, Melma, sir, but we're gonna get to you, and when we do, we're gonna invite you on the panel. We're gonna have a little debate. Okay? So I wasn't planning on doing it today, but I had just asked you permission today. You gave me the permission. But sometime this week, Stranger is also Evil Lies podcast. So don't listen. And we're gonna debate. And I want you to know that we're gonna debate. Info to info. Real talk. Respectfully. Because we do respect people that have different opinions on this platform. No matter what, we respect y'all. No matter what. And take it how you want to. All right, can we just read a little bit more of the deposition? We have about 45 minutes left. If you want to take a break, nephew, I can read for you. Is that what you want me to do?
I got it.
You got it? All right, let's get back to it, guys. Because we have some other depositions that we need to get to.
We sure do.
Okay? All right, let's get back to it. And where are we? We stopped.
I'm trying to see, where did we stop?
I know. I'm pretty sure we're at I can't.
Let's start at 8.
Is based, and tell me, when was that notice given?
I see that more than anything. But I can't recall it this time.
You think that it was, well, at any rate, how was that notice given? Was it given by telephone, in person?
Probably. I can't recall it this time.
You have any idea?
I can't recall.
Whatsoever? Was this one message to all of these gentlemen together? Mr. Taylor, Mr. Bell, and Sheriff Prime?
I can't recall.
You don't have any idea, do you?
I can't recall it this time.
Okay. Do you know what precisely was said in this notification?
I can't.
Can you?
I can't recall it this time.
Diabolical.
But these some fighting answers right here.
I would have whooped his ass right about now.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie, man. It'd have been some rumbling in the courtroom right about now, and it wouldn't have been with the ops. It'd have been with Attorney Cheyenne King.
All right.
The Johnson attorney whooped his ass. All this I don't recall shit. All right, let's go.
They would have kicked me out of the courtroom.
I'd have beat his ass right then and there. I'm sick of it. Go ahead.
Right. All right. Let's go to paragraph 51. Paragraph 51 of the amended complaint in this case. Are you there?
Yeah.
States. The first version states, upon information and belief, the conduct engaged in by defendant Rick Bell, defendant Wes Taylor, and Sheriff Chris Prime consisted of gaining access to the old gymnasium located at Lowndes High School and placing the body of plaintiff's descendant upside down inside a rolled up gym mat and placing same in a corner of the aforesaid gymnasium with the idea that the body of plaintiff's descendant would be discovered following the beginning of classes on January 11, 2013. Did you provide information to your attorneys upon which that allegation is based?
Yes.
Okay, so your belief is that after being notified by the young people that were involved in the assault, that the defendants Rick Bell, Wes Taylor, and Sheriff Prime went into the old gym, found your son's body, and put it, why you keep saying it instead of him?
Well, to be fair, let me explain. They call bodies cadavers, right? They don't call them people anymore because truth is they're not. That's a shell. That is their body. The soul is the person. The spirit is the person. So I get it, even though I understand your point of view. But they don't really call bodies people anymore because reality. I mean, honestly, that person is gone. That person has went on to glory. I
That's
said what
true.
I said. So
And put it in a gym mat in which it was discovered the next morning.
No, I didn't say we didn't. That Chris Pine and them put the body and put it in there at all. I didn't say that.
That's what this complaint says. You want me to read it again?
Yeah, read it again.
Okay, okay. Upon information and belief, defendant Rick Bell, okay? Defendant Wes Taylor, Sheriff Prime, gained access to the old gymnasium and placed the body of plaintiff's descendant upside down inside a rolled up gym mat.
Okay, I can't recall.
Okay.
stop laughing, nephew.
No, I wasn't
You don't
laughing.
have any idea that that's what happened, do you?
I can't recall this time.
Okay. Now, let's take a look at the second amended complaint that's at the bottom of what I gave you that gives an alternative version of events. Let me get my hands on it. One moment. 1 second. Anybody got it? I can't get my hands on it. Second amended complaint? Okay. If you can read with me, the version of the amended complaint filed 4 days after the last version we just read, which was dated August 14, 2015, states, upon information and belief, the conduct engaged in by defendant William West Taylor and Sheriff Chris Prime consisted of allowing defendant John Doe II and certain other individuals currently unknown to plaintiff to gain access to the old gymnasium located at Lowndes High for the purpose of manufacturing evidence of an accidental death by placing the body of plaintiff's descendant upside down in a rolled up gym mat and in a corner of the aforesaid gymnasium with the idea that the body would be discovered from the beginning of classes, following the beginning of classes on January 11, 2013. Did you provide your attorney with the information upon which this alternate version of paragraph 51 was based?
Yes. What in the world?
And what information or knowledge do you have, personal or otherwise, to support the fact that the defendant, Wes Taylor and Sheriff Prime, got certain other unknown individuals to go into the old gym and place your son's body inside the gym mat?
I'm sorry, but
I gotta ask a question.
My nephew keeps saying, "What in the world?" And I just want to crack up.
I got
What's
a
your question? I'm sick of your ass.
Then just not too long ago, he asked him the question, and then he was like, he don't remember, and then he came back and actually read it word for word from what he said. Then he said, "Yeah, is I'm tripping."
No,
you ain't tripping.
Oh, okay.
But you got to remember, attorneys
they do that.
liars.
Yeah, they do
They're
that.
liars, and they're going to twist it. They're going to ask the same question in a different manner to try to get you to answer in a different manner so they can say, "Ha ha!"
I'm game.
It's up to you to catch on what they know.
I'm saying what in the world, because I'm every time we read, it comes back to my mind like, dang, I just heard him ask him this earlier. And he said he didn't recall, and then come back and then he said the same thing, but we wording it, but then he's saying like, and then he go back and say his words and say I'm talking about, man, they doing all types of stuff in this little definition.
They are. And guys, I just a family, I just want to let you know we do have a super chat going. If you can you just bless the channel so we can keep going next month? I can't keep paying for this stuff out of my pocket every month. I'm running out. Okay, let's go. But yes, you're right. You're right. J9, that's what attorneys do. I don't trust defense attorneys at all. They'll lie to their own. They'll lie on their mama. They'll lie on God. They'll even lie on the devil to win a case. So these attorneys are in defense mode. So they're going to do what they have to do, which is why I am mad at Cheyenne King, even though Evil Podcast, where you at, child? In the comments defending him, talking about he said he was a perfect. I'm glad you love it here. I'm glad that you love it here because this type of conversation needed to be had years ago. Because obviously you came to the conclusion that you came to for a reason. And we came to the conclusion that we came to for a reason. And it's been such a battle that nobody had a reasonable conversation. about the situation at hand because it's been a battle. When the truth is that each side could have valid points, but because there was no real debate, because there was a fake racial war, I said what I said. It was fake, put out by both sides. It was put out by both sides because we have witnessed and we do believe that in this incident, even though we do believe that we're not going to the mat and that Kendrick did not die of an accident. We know he was unalived, in our opinion, and that's what the evidence shows, that perhaps, just perhaps, being that Valdosta was predominantly black, more than one race was involved. But because race wars have the history of not getting results or not going anywhere because you have a divided community that's taken up for their individual race that can't see past skin color, their lips. And the fight was crushed. But perhaps if a conversation was had, if the true narrative was put out there, whether it was the Bells that unalived Kendrick on their own, or whether it was the Bells with the help of other people that unalived Kendrick, or whether it was a serial killer, or whether it was somebody totally different, because of the divide in the community and the narrative put out, oh, it was a murder, which that's what we believe, versus an accident, which is what a lot of others believe, that the true cause of death was never really investigated. It was shut down.
Immediately.
So this type of panel, this type of community had to come into existence, because I'm going to tell you something. God, the creator of all things, was tired and is tired of two things: Johnson's suffering, Kendrick, more than two things, Kendrick not being able to rest because of the truth hasn't been told, and the division amongst Valdosta that reached to the world, that has my people and other people out here just accepting any BS that's out there. A whole color painting photo, just this finger painting, this colors everywhere. I see him in a blue barrel. I see Kendrick being dragged. Don't you see him hanging from a tree? All this stuff that doesn't exist, that people are believing just because it sounds good. There's no material or any fact in it that will stand up in court that will help this family begin to heal and get out of fight mode. Just throw it out there. Throw it against the wall. Anyway,
and trying to see what's gonna stick. And that's the person that's working right with her, that's supposed to know her.
Right.
That's
And
doing
yes,
all this.
So yes, stranger, on a podcast or Evil Lies podcast, we can debate, we can discuss respectfully. Because I want to see what you found and I want to see what you think. And I'm going to put up against what we found and what we believe. And we need to put it together. I might say, oh, that makes sense. And you might say, well, damn, Leah or Jay or Kai or whoever, well, damn, that makes sense too. And we can finally get to the truth.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, what y'all don't know behind the show and behind the scenes. Me and Auntie Lil be going at it. We have our own way of thinking. We have our opinions, but we still don't let it get in the way of us getting the job done and coming to a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? We both be right. You know what I'm saying?
We're like adults, man.
One thing about it, when I learned when I was growing up, a person can tell you something, and it can be good and bad in what they tell you, but you have to be able to dissect it. Take the good with the good that will be valuable to you, and throw away the trash.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be able to separate those.
And you gotta come together. Valdosta needs to come. There's a black cloud over Valdosta because of the death of Kendrick Johnson. A great divide. A great divide. You got people just defending a narrative just because of their skin color. We all bleed the same. Thank you so much, Sylvia Cox. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Baby, one day I'll be able to bless my nephew who is on this panel. We are actually both on this panel for free every night, but maybe I'll be able to buy him a lunch or something for being in this research group. Maybe one day I'll be able to bless Kai TV, who is our guest host, with lunch one day. See, we have been deemed scammers. We have been deemed people that beg. We've been accused of being in people's inboxes, begging for $20 with no proof, no screenshots, no nothing, because it didn't happen. My whole platform has been destroyed to where I make $2 to $3 a day, even though I'm working my behind off. Working our behind off, trying to find something.
A little bit of background of me. Ever since I started being for my people, I've helped so many people, bro.
Me too. I'm a giver, natural giver.
Like seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Before I take anything, I give it to someone. Literally, like it's like we the wrong people for people to even put that on our name.
But that's a lie that's out there, and that's the lie that people are believing. So that's why we may get a donation every once in a while, and for the most part, I work and I steal money from my family's pot to continue on. Thank you so much, Angela Nelson. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. You became a member today. You are giving super chats. You will give a cash app to both of us every once in a while. You are a blessing to us, family. And even though, baby, you don't gotta be my skin color. Who cares about this? Because if you look at me, you can tell I'm a mutt. I'm a mutt. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm all mixed up. You can look at my daggone skin color and tell I got white, black, red, blue, green, purple, all that in me. Love is love. So thank you so much, Angela. You are always there. Dang. So thank y'all so much. I would love to be able to give nephew something if I can get out of this hole of being having to pay $300 and some a month just to whatever. Anyway, I can't really talk about it a lot because they'll get on live, even though they're on TikTok begging for ice creams and whatever else.
Galaxies, donuts, money gun.
I can't even ask my audience for $1. Anyway, babe, somebody asked how do you donate. You can give a super chat, super sticker. Let me see. Cash App. I don't know why I normally have a little label down here that gives the Cash App and the PayPal. Okay, PayPal is just my first and last name, which is at Leah Ficklin. Cash App is my first name, middle initial, last name Ficklin, which is my Facebook name, Leah A. Ficklin. So I would love to be able to buy the people that help me lunch. I can't do anything right now. I used to be able to, but we're not gonna get into that because a lie was told and said that I lost my job because I was talking about Kendrick when I didn't. I lost my job in 2025, like February when my mom died. So yeah, it's all kind of false narratives.
I wouldn't do the super stickers though. I wouldn't even say that.
That's because YouTube takes 60%. It's like Facebook. You know, my subscriptions are 99 cents a month because I refuse. I'm not trying to break anybody. I'm not trying to cause any hardship in anybody's home, but I only get like 40 cents out of each subscription. I don't even want to talk about it that much because they're gonna lie on me.
Yeah, right.
Like,
let's get back to the deposition.
Yes, let's get back to the deposition. Let's just get back there. I love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we know that y'all really want to help. And we know that God is getting ready to break the chain off this investigation and break the chains off the misinformation and break the chains off this platform so that we can do what we're destined to do. Let's get back to it. All right, so let's start at 8. Well, let's start at 15. Well, I guess we have to go all the way back to the original.
No.
That's a long.
That's a lot of reading.
Let's go to 19. I'm gonna give you some mercy today.
And what information or knowledge do you have, personal or otherwise, to support the fact that defendant Wes Taylor and Sheriff Prime got certain other individuals? Yeah, this is exactly what we're about. Other unknown individuals.
You know that, right? I'm sorry.
To go to
different sides, but you got that right. It don't. KJ does not make us rich, but it makes us passionate. And even though your passion is on the opposite of mine, I understand you. And we don't get. By the time you get through with this panel, stranger, you're gonna be like, okay, well, you know, Miss Leah, Mr. J, and Mr. Kai, y'all just might be right. Come on, y'all.
Sheriff Prime got certain other unknown individuals to go to the old gym and place your son's body inside the gym, man.
I can't recall it this time.
Okay, why was the change in paragraph 51 made in a mere 4 days' time?
I can't recall it this time.
Now, your complaint goes on to talk about a conspiracy to cover up the manner in which your son died and how his body ended up in the mat. Is that right?
Yes.
What do you understand a conspiracy to be, sir?
People covering up to try to hide the truth.
Okay. Now, in one version of paragraph 51, you state that defendant Rick Bell's role in that conspiracy was to help hide the body, right?
Right.
In another version of paragraph 51, you don't mention Rick Bell. You say Sheriff Prime and Superintendent Taylor got some other people to do it to hide the body, right?
Man, I know he just say right.
He said right. He said right.
Come on, bro.
Nephew, keep your personal feelings out
of I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better. I promise.
Do better, nephew.
So was Rick Bell involved in this conspiracy or not?
I can't recall it this time.
Okay. Was Brian Bell involved in this conspiracy?
I can't recall it this time.
Oh, Jesus.
Was Brandon Bell involved in this conspiracy?
I can't recall it this time.
Hallelujah.
Was Karen Bell involved in this conspiracy?
I can't recall it this time.
There's always a Karen involved. You can't recall that, but let's go.
Do you have any information as to whether any member of the Bell family was involved in the conspiracy to cover up that you allege in your complaint?
Oh my God. I can't recall this time.
Assalamu alaikum. That's not even my religion. Let's go.
Okay. And do you have any information that Sheriff Prime and Wes Taylor were involved in a conspiracy to cover up?
I can't.
Neither can
Go ahead.
I can't.
Neither can
To cover up your son's death and what happened to him after that.
I can't recall this time. Only thing I can say is Sheriff Prime gave me a lot of conflicting stories.
That's the only information you have that would suggest his involvement in any conspiracy to cover up?
At this time, yes.
Okay. I believe you told us earlier that you are responsible to this is what I wanted to get to. For all the postings to your Facebook account?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mr.
That's a yes?
Into the disposition room.
That's a yes?
Okay, let's be clear. This was 2015. 2015. Keep that in mind. That doesn't mean that he's still responsible in 2026. Because we see some similarities in the language that's been posted today that I don't believe to have anything to do with Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, get on live and tell us to our face. Let's go.
One moment, y'all. Thank you, Road 9102. It said, why aren't you a lawyer or a radio personality? You got a voice. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got the voice, even though we got some suspects tendencies about Kai because he sounded different when he had that different headset. But Kai, we'll talk about that later. Okay.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later.
You know the True Gang always suspect, but we love you, Kai.
Yeah. Where was I?
Let's just
Oh,
start
I said that's a yes. That's a yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And that is the Facebook account under the name Kendrick KJ Johnson.
Listen,
No.
Okay. What is the name?
Kendrick KJ Johnson.
okay, y'all see that, right? Write that down because there's several of these accounts out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go.
Kenneth. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, have you ever at any time had any communications with any representative of Johnson Publishing Company, LLC?
No.
Okay. Exhibit 41. I want to show you Exhibit 41. The first page of that exhibit, do you recognize that as an autopsy? A photograph of your son taken during the autopsy
Yes.
by the GBI? And do you know from the sheriff's report or otherwise that the autopsy occurred approximately on January 14, 2013?
I don't know when this photo was taken.
Okay, well, you've read the sheriff's report, right?
I read some of it, yes.
And so you know when the autopsy was performed, right?
Yes.
And that was 3 days after your son's death?
Yes.
Okay. So this photograph would show you how your son appeared 3 days after he was found in the gym on the morning of January 11, 2013, right?
No.
Why not?
My son looked like this, indicating.
So he was, I guess, making like gestures or showing how he looked.
Or maybe
Okay.
there was another picture.
Okay. You referred to page 2 of Exhibit 41, is that right?
Yes.
You believe that is the condition that your son presented when he was found in the gym mat on Friday morning, January 11, 2013?
No. My son looked like this on that Sunday, 2 days later, when I viewed his body.
Wow.
Okay. Now, this photograph, which is page 2 of Exhibit 41, is a photograph that was taken of your son at Harrington Funeral Home. Is that right?
That's correct.
Who took that photograph?
I don't know who took that photo.
How did you get a hold of it?
I got it from Jackie's father.
Okay.
From Jackie's father?
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Mr. Tooley?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, I just need to explain something to you. Jackie's father, may he rest in peace, Mr. Tooley, is the same guy that when that that photo of what folk believe till this day allegedly was Rick Bell, he was the guy in the deposition that I posted that kept saying the GBI agent and his son was in the room with Jackie Johnson, the family, some friends, and him. And I was the one who used critical thinking. I lost a lot of followers behind this, and I said, if Rick Bell was this mysterious GBI agent, then Jackie would have spoke up and said that was Rick Bell. But he was referring to, and mind you, that his deposition was years later from the original meeting in the room with the family. This alleged GBI agent lookalike, Rick Bell, was there in the room talking to him. That Jackie Johnson would have said, "What the hell is Rick Bell doing in this room with us? He's not GBI, he's FBI." And the reason why I know that they had knowledge of who Rick Bell was according to deposition and according to records that Rick Bell was a coach, an assistant coach on the junior varsity football team at Lowndes. So they were familiar. Even Mr. Johnson said, well, we would see the Bells at, on the sidelines, but I didn't know that, they were coaches. Mr. Rick Bell was a coach. So they were familiar. Miss Johnson was familiar with how Rick Bell looked in the junior in junior high school. So if that was Rick Bell, in that meeting that Mr. Tooley were referring to, which is why I do not, to this day, and we can agree and disagree. I'm not gonna put you off my page because you believe is Rick Bell. That's not what the truth game is about, right? We are about promoting voice your opinion, believe what you believe, and let's just move forward. It's fine. We're adults. We can agree to disagree. I don't believe it's Rick Bell. I see different features. You may believe it is. Not like the opposite. I'm not like the opposite team. I'm not like the Bell lovers, and I'm not like the Johnsons, the Truth Gang haters, right? I'm not gonna block you just because you think that's Rick Bell, which a lot of people did us. They blocked us because we would not say for a fact that was Rick Bell, because I cannot confirm that was Rick Bell, because one, it does not make sense that Rick Bell would be dressed in broad daylight in front of the whole entire school as a GBI agent when the whole entire school, which the Bell brothers were popular, knew that their father was an FBI agent going into rooms and meetings with the family of the Johnsons in disguise.
And they not say nothing.
And then the Johnsons not say nothing and still haven't said nothing till this day. Even though I said, well, it don't look like him. It could be. I can't confirm or deny. But in my opinion, that's not Rick Bell.
The same way with that ain't Rick Bell in that mirror of that pickup truck that food lady try.
Looks like, listen, I'm not great. Listen, we got 44 people in the building. We had more. Can y'all please hit the like button so that these videos can get into the algorithm, please? We got 13 minutes. Can you just stop and please share the live and please hit the like button? Because this content, when it comes to Kendrick Johnson, is suppressed. We need it to get out there. If we're going to fight the good fight of truth versus misinformation, which misinformation is winning.
Dramatically.
Misinformation is winning.
Mm-hmm.
Dramatically.
Misinformation is not going to win the lawsuit for the Johnsons, who we love. I don't care what they say. I love them because the Bible tells me to love my enemies, and I do. Y'all might understand that. My nephew want to beat me up every day.
Why you popping up on the camera like that?
Because he want to beat me up because I keep saying I love him, and I do.
I ain't said nothing. You can love them people.
You popped on the camera, nigga, and that's how I know.
You can love them people. I do.
Nothing. You can't take it out of my heart.
I love them too.
I know you do. I know you do. That's why you on the panel with me every night with me.
I love everybody. Even
though your gangster side, your hitter side, wants to say, F them. F them. Right here, that heart, it's like justice for KJ by any means necessary.
I'm a good person, man. I care about everybody. But
listen, listen, bro. I don't care what he say. He trying to pop it. He trying to pop it. Bend that ass over. Let me. He was trying to get at me. He was
raised up like an Undertaker.
Listen, I don't care what they say. Come on, play me a little sound bite, Kai. Make us laugh. I don't care if she said, I live rent free in that. Come on, Kai.
I live rent free in that hoe head, y'all. I live rent free in there. I got them bitches mad again.
Listen, I don't care how many times she say that. Miss Jackie,
you real mad because you can't control this narrative over here.
I know we can't control it.
Miss Johnson.
I clocked them dollar signs and they ain't like that. That's all that is.
Well, we get pennies. We get pennies. You stopped us from getting any type of donation. I can't even say everybody in the chat send me $1.
She's begging. She's begging for $1.
Exactly.
Y'all
like
should have
every
seen.
other content creator says, or any other blogger, or any other platform says, I can't even say that because you have tainted.
But she at the She up there jumping down, hooting, hollering because somebody sent her a money gun on TikTok.
But I love that. I mean, listen, I lost 2 daughters. Natural causes. I have no reason to fight. There's no fight for me to fight. I was there. I know what happened to my babies. There's no fight. But because I know how it affected me all my life, that I loved you so much that I was just ready to risk it all, and still am. Put it on the line. Because I know how it feels, because the pain never goes away. It's been 13 years for you, and it's been, I'm doing the math, y'all. 37 years from my first daughter. But the pain never goes away. I keep going. I keep going. Because I want you to get out of fight mode into healing mode. And one day I believe that God's going to touch your heart. And I believe in my spirit, in my heart, and in my soul. Well, shut up, eat a maid, and eat the beefcake. Okay? That one day that you will wake up and that you will see that God finally rewarded you with people that sincerely love you and we're ready and we're willing to take the beat down so you can get out of fight mode and get to healing. Come on, somebody. All right. I'm sorry. I done start babbling. Guys, we got 9 minutes left. Let's read a little bit more of this deposition. Let's stop at a good place. If you guys want to go over the kick, take about 20 or 30 minutes after this. And we can get into some of the photos. We will play some of Evil Lies podcast this week. I will let you know what day, okay? And let's get the debate starting. Because, us fighting each other has gotten this family nowhere. Us saying up, and up, because your skin color and your focus on the bells, you want them to be guilty and up. Well, you're up because you don't want it to be the bells. You just trying to find somebody else. And truth game is like, we don't give a shit who it is. We just want whoever it is to go to jail. And then you got the other folk saying, well, she's jealous and she's an ugly AI lady and I never trusted her. It's a war zone. But what about Kendrick Johnson? What about Kendrick? Have anybody ever stopped to think about that kid who had a teardrop coming out of his eyes and one of the crime scene photos? What about Kendrick? And no, I am not going to ever say that I love Kendrick more. Jay loves Kendrick more. Kai loves Kendrick more. Ro, Tessica, May, Eat the Beefcake, Connie, Campbell, anybody on this platform, in this crew, in this truth gang, or even Ops could ever love Kendrick. Not even Mr. Johnson can ever love Kendrick Johnson more than Mrs. Johnson. Because the moment that baby is implanted in our wombs, there's a bond between mother and child. There's a bond that cannot be replaced. It's similar to the bond that you have with God. Well, in my relationship, it's unbreakable. Nothing can penetrate it. Am I right about it?
Amen.
I never said that. We've never said that. But when it comes to Kendrick Johnson, because his case has been in the public for so many years, we feel like that Kendrick is our child, but not in a maternal way, not in a flesh way, but in a justice way. There is a difference, guys. Come on. There's a difference. We want to know what happened to this baby. Why? Because it can happen to any one of our kids. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. And let me pull back up the deposition because Auntie Leah talked too much with her speech impediment ass. And then we have Jay, young Nine, who has an equal. We are speech impediment twins. We will stutter and utter your ass off the platform. But then we have K, Cot TV, who sound like he's a talk host. King. Perfect mesh, right? Let's get back to it. Don't know where we left off, but we're about to get back to it. Let's go.
I know we left off of it. We left off on 16.
Okay.
From Jackie's father.
Hold on. Yes.
Is that Mr. Tooley?
Mr. Tooley is Miss Jackie's father.
Yes.
Okay. And again, that photograph was taken after your son's body had gone through the autopsy and been returned to Valdosta and placed at Harrington Funeral Home.
Yes.
Correct? So that was several days after autopsy, right?
Yes.
Okay. And unfortunately, all of us know that during an autopsy, things are done to a body, including removal of the skull cap and other procedures that can alter the appearance of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of that?
Yes.
So wouldn't you agree with me that the appearance of your son, as shown here in this photograph, which is page 2 of Exhibit 41, is not the way your son's body appeared before the autopsy, some days prior to that when it was first found?
No, because the day I went and viewed my son's body, that Sunday, I'm telling you what I seen with my own eyes.
And your son didn't look more like the first page of Exhibit 41?
My son looked at just like this because I remember looking down inside his mouth.
How long were you permitted to view the body when you saw it?
We stayed in there probably a good 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
Now, you, your wife, and the other folks working for you have represented that the picture of your son shown on page 2 of Exhibit 41 is evidence of how he was beaten before he died. Is that correct?
Say that again.
Haven't you and your wife represented to any number of people that the photograph of your son shown on page 2 of Exhibit 41 is evidence of how he was beaten before he died?
It was evidence showing how my son were returned to us.
All right. Will you answer my question first? Ooh. And then you may add anything you want to say after that.
Okay.
Now, throughout this whole time, Mr. King ain't said anything, y'all. Now Mr. King said, okay.
Okay. I'll read it.
It's crazy. Mr. Lanson say, okay, I'm just asking the witness to give me a yes or no answer.
Is it your contention that, let me ask you this, is it your contention that your son was beaten before he died?
Yes.
Okay. And is it your contention that page 2 of Exhibit 41 shows the fact that your son was beaten?
It was. This photo, we used this photo to let people know our son was returned to us.
And it was, as you have stated on numerous occasions, that your son was beaten significantly.
I'm pretty. Yes. Yes.
And this is what you based that on?
No, I based it on what I seen inside the crime lab.
Okay. And you're saying that what you saw is exactly what's shown in page 2 of Exhibit 41?
Yes, my son looked more like this than this when I seen him inside the crime lab.
Okay. I want you to tell me about every occasion in which you have stated orally or in writing that Brian and Brandon Bell were involved in the death, or were responsible for the death of your son Kendrick since January 11, 2013.
I can't recall this time.
Okay. All right, guys. So we need to stop it right there because we are at hour 2 hours. All right, so guys, we're going to end this live. We're going to head on over to Kick for a few minutes to show some more of the photos, the crime scene photos and the autopsy photos. We have to be off live by 10, by 10 o'clock because we all have a job. We all get up, we clock in, we work for to pay our bills, to take care of our families. So no, we're not beggars, and no, we're not bums, and no, we're not on the internet all day saying send a cash app, blah 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 blah, talking about nothing. When we get off, we get into research mode, and a lot of times on our breaks, Jay and I are talking about the case. Jay's almost asleep. We're in the Truth Gang chat. Kai, we're talking about the case. So we are researching this thing all day long. I want to thank each and every one of you here with us. If you see the Kick link, and if you want to see any of the forbidden photos that we cannot show on YouTube or Facebook or TikTok, please head over to Kick. Give us 5 to 10 minutes. I have to set the live up. We'll go through a few photos. Last night it was very, very heavy, and I couldn't get through a lot of them. So we're not going to get through a lot of photos tonight, but I'm going to show you. Last night we showed proof that Kendrick's body
organs were there.
Were there, right? We're debunking the harvesting narrative. They were not harvested. So we show photos of him at the crime scene with, no cuts, on the autopsy table, no cuts. And then when they cut the body, they flip the skin over. You see the organs there. We love y'all. We thank y'all. I don't know if Nephew's going to want a break tomorrow, but I think we should keep going. We'll play it by ear. In my mind, we'll meet you guys tomorrow. We do have another story that we are working on, and I need to talk to his mom. She was on the live earlier today to get more details. She's going to actually come on the channel, and she's going to tell her story, similar to how Tyreek's mom did. Tyreek Morrison's mom did. So she's going to introduce her son, introduce the story to us, and then similar like Jimmy, Lee Williams Sr. We have not yet to speak with Renee McGee, who is the mother of Stephen L. Johnson's yet, but we're repeating interviews. But she wants to join us. She wants to tell us, her story in person, which I encourage every client that comes to the Truth Gang for us to expose the truth and nothing but the truth. I want y'all to know that we really appreciate y'all.
I want to read a comment.
Go ahead. Which one?
Terrence Lumpkin. In my honest opinion, I think that the truth will be revealed when no criminal justice will be served. Maybe some civil. Compare this case with MLK case when they sued the federal government and won only because of a whistleblower. No one in the government went to jail.
I mean, that may be true, but my opinion is a little different. They've destroyed 98% of the evidence, right? It's only one way that this case will ever receive justice, whether it's civil or whether it's criminal or whether it's both. And that's through the Most High God. See, they may have thought that they did destroy all the evidence, but he always has a ram in the bush. There is something. And the solving of KJ's case is so necessary for the whole world. Not only for Valdosta, but for every state in the U.S. and for every country and for every continent. It is so important. That's why it's so many of us invested, and that's why the adversary, the devil, came in and tried to destroy it. That it would break open so many other cold cases and so many other injustices. So you may be right, Terrence, but I got to believe and I have to hope in something bigger. if that makes sense.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had that thought. I think I've voiced it to Auntie Mel before. Um, my reason being is because um, we can shine light on it all we want to. We're not in the position to actually present this to the court.
Right. We're not
The,
attorneys.
the, the people the people that's in position to do that is the family. We
Right.
cannot do that. So therefore, like right now, we're just trying to put as much light on the truth as possible. So like at the end of the day, what we're doing, which they are doing, I ain't trying to be funny,
Mm-hmm.
but they are gathering stuff. You know what I'm saying? That the community is picking out, tearing apart, and one day they can actually be able to use it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If they pay attention, they actually want to use it and actually want the truth out there. And I feel like that's the only way justice is gonna come is when you actually present the whole truth, because you cannot say one thing, certain in particular, but the evidence shows something totally different. It's not gonna work like that.
I agree.
Like I say, all we can do is keep digging through these files, see if we can find any mistakes they made.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we put it into the community and let y'all watch.
Right.
And we all investigate and see if anything look out of place, and see if we can break down and try to gather as much stuff that we can to where they won't have no choice but to get justice. But we're not in a position to actually bring that into the court system. They are. And then that's why when we first when everybody when everybody started off, we was trying to do this for them
And together.
and together. We were trying to do it together. We could, to be honest with you, if everybody wanted justice the same, right now it would be a squad right now, an
Right.
unstoppable squad, a real full army
I agree.
going at the court system. That's what we supposed to be going at, the court system, not each other.
Yep. But here come the devil.
But they the ones that's in the position to take what we're helping them with, or anybody helping them with, because it's plenty of people doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They fell in love with KJ,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a burden to everybody's heart to
Right.
want justice for him. And so everybody taking their time out their day, you know what I'm saying, to try to shine as much light to the case and and keep the light on it. You know, his case always dimmed down, and it takes somebody out the community that them just discover it and bring it back to light. And then they, you know what I'm saying, people have their own lives, so they might fall off, and some people just not hearing about the story. Every single ear have not heard this story.
Right.
If you got people that's in high positions that's capable of clearing up the footage, or lawyers that actually can go to war with, you know what I'm saying, with the justice system, you know what I'm saying, and get them.
I agree.
The story haven't probably reached their ears yet. And so that's why it's major for the community. What we are doing is very important.
Right.
Regardless of what Miss Johnson them say, they cannot do it alone. We seen that.
Right. And actually, it's pride that makes them think that they can.
It's pride, but it's also been evidence
Mm-hmm.
that they cannot do it alone.
Yeah, I agree. And Kai, do you want anything to say anything before we end this live and rush over to Kick?
Nope, no comments.
All right, we're gonna continue this conversation over at Kick. I hope you guys got the link and joined the Kick. If not, we'll see you on Kick another day. It's very important that you join Kick. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. and we will see you next time. Love y'all.
We stand on
But I got the people in the comments calling later.
If it don't add up, we don't ride. No feelings in it, we won't prove. Standing 10 toes on the truth. No cap, no spin, no disguise. No, we see through every lie. We do pressure on them every time. Crush truth game, never fall in line. No, I don't move out rumors, I verify first. If the story's shaky, I dissect every word. Cross-check facts, I don't play with assumptions. If it don't make sense, I'm pressing the button. Independent mind, I don't follow the crowd. If the truth get buried, I'm digging it out.
Everybody drop two
They
thing
be
in the
talking
comments.
loud, but they stand on nothing. I'm building a case while they building discussion.
On your way out, hit the like
No
button.
bias in my lens, I don't lean left or right. If it's wrong, it's wrong, I'ma call it on sight. Every claim get tested, every angle reviewed. We don't chase opinions, we align with the proof. What's no, we all up, don't ride.
True gang in the comments, drop
We
it.
won't prove. Standing 10 toes on the truth. No, we see through every lie. We do. Pressure on them every time. Pressure, truth gang, never fall in line. No shortcuts taken, we follow the trail. Even if it led somewhere, people won't tell. I don't care who involved, I don't care who it hit. Truth don't pick sides, it expose what it is. Every detail matter, I'm zooming it in from the start to the end, where the gaps where it been. If the timeline off, then the story collapse, and I'm bringing it up, I ain't letting it pass. We don't fold under pressure, we applied it instead. They be hoping we stop, we apply it again. 10 toes planted, we ain't moving for nothing. Truth gang solid, yeah, we stand on something. It don't matter where it lives.
It don't matter where we go.
It don't matter what it shows. No. Truth ain't easy, but it's necessary. Truth over everything that's false. That's false. If it don't add up, we don't rock, don't ride. No feelings in it, we won't prove. Standing 10 toes on the truth. No cap, no spin, no disguise. We see
you soon.
every lie. Pressure on them every time. Pressure, truth gang. Yeah, we stand on truth.
Please.